At the beginning of the film, we see Calvin waking up in an old building. He had drunkenly slept there the previous night with his girlfriend. When he steps outside to check on his girlfriend, he's shocked to find blood all over the place. A little further ahead, he sees his girlfriend, terrified, trembling, eating Calvin's friend. When she notices Calvin, she suddenly lunges at him to attack. Frightened, Calvin runs for his life. But in his panic, he crashes on the road and loses consciousness. A short while later, Calvin wakes up in a hospital bed where his mother Madison, sister Des, and stepfather Travis have come to visit him. After everyone leaves, Calvin steals some clothes and runs away. He then goes to meet Michael, the man who gave him the drug. That same drug had caused his girlfriend Emily to start biting people. Calvin demands to know what was in it, desperate for answers. But Michael, under the pretext of helping, lures Emily to an abandoned bridge and plans to kill her to avoid getting caught in a police case. However, Calvin spots the gun she's carrying, and in self-defense, accidentally kills Michael. Terrified by what he's done, Calvin immediately calls his parents. Meanwhile, shocking videos start going viral online. People are seen attacking and biting each other. No matter how many bullets the police fire, the infected don't die. It's clear now, a zombie virus is spreading among the people. At Calvin's request, Travis and Madison arrive at the scene. But when they get there, Michael's body is missing. They begin to suspect that Calvin might be hallucinating due to his drug use. As they prepare to leave, they suddenly see Michael approaching them. But something's horribly wrong. He looks pale, lifeless, and strange. When Madison and Travis step out of the car to check on him, Michael, now fully turned into a zombie, attacks them. They barely manage to escape. Calvin, trying to save his parents, slams the car into Michael multiple times. Even with broken arms and legs, Michael keeps trying to stand and attack. Seeing this, the three realize something terrifying. This isn't normal. The virus is real. Fearing that the infection is spreading fast, they decide to leave town immediately. When Madison calls her daughter Des, she learns Des is with her boyfriend. A short while later, they arrive to find Des's boyfriend, Jason, gravely ill. Travis notices bite marks. He's been attacked by a zombie. Knowing what's coming, they take Des and flee. The neighbors are also seen packing, preparing to escape the city. Travis quickly washes Michael's blood off the car and tells Madison that he's going to get his ex-wife and son. If he doesn't return in time, she must take the children and leave without him. They'll meet outside the city. By now, fires are spreading across town. Traffic jams choke every street. Army planes fly overhead, and people are panicking, trying to escape. Travis takes a shortcut to reach his family, unaware of the chaos waiting for him. In the streets, angry crowds are protesting against the police. Amidst the confusion, Travis finds his ex-wife Clara and his son Chris. As they try to leave, the police suddenly shoot an infected woman. The crowd believes the police are murdering innocent people. Riots erupt, and chaos spreads like wildfire. Travis has no safe way out. In desperation, he seeks help from Daniel, a nearby barbershop owner. The three of them, Travis, Clara, and Chris, hide inside Daniel's shop until nightfall. But outside, things are getting worse. Looters are attacking stores, setting fire to buildings, and trapping people inside. Fearing for their lives, they decide to escape. As Daniel opens the door, a mob rushes in to loot the shop, ignoring them. Taking advantage of the moment, they quietly slip away. Once outside, they see the terrifying truth. Many people have turned into zombies, biting anyone they see. Travis and his family flee with Daniel, his wife, and daughter. As they move through the burning streets, a boat suddenly falls, crushing Daniel's wife's foot. They pull her free and rush into Travis's car. Together, they drive away, witnessing riots everywhere, the infected growing in number, the army firing to contain the outbreak. Meanwhile, Calvin and his family wait anxiously for Travis to return when they suddenly hear a knock at the door. Nervous, Calvin peeks through the curtain. It's the neighbor's dog, covered in blood but not injured. Something's wrong. The dog runs to the window and barks furiously. Calvin looks outside and sees their neighbor, now a zombie, heading straight for their house. For safety, the family climbs over the wall to fetch a shotgun from a military officer's empty house next door. Through the window, Des spots the neighbor zombie entering their house and attacking their dog. Moments later, Travis arrives and finds the neighbor devouring the poor animal. The zombie lunges at Travis. Hearing the commotion, Madison and the others rush back with the gun. Madison hesitates to shoot, so Daniel takes the weapon and kills the zombie. As they prepare to leave, Madison discovers that another neighbor, Rachel, has also been infected. The two families quickly board their cars and drive away. On their way, Madison sees Rachel's husband arriving to visit his wife. Knowing she's turned, Madison tries to warn him, but it's too late. He goes to her and suddenly, both are shot from behind by soldiers who have arrived to stop the infection. The arrival of the military brings momentary relief. People believe they're safe now. Soldiers move door to door, checking for infected. But Daniel doesn't trust them. He knows how the army operates. Soon, thousands of soldiers flood the streets, fencing off a 6-kilometer area and warning everyone not to go beyond the barricade. A few days later, Chris sits on the rooftop of his house, recording a video. He explains that there are no survivors left outside the safe zone and that the entire city has been destroyed. Suddenly, he spots a flicker of light in the distance. Someone outside the safe zone is turning a light on and off, signaling for help. Chris rushes to show the video to Madison, suggesting that there might still be people trapped outside. Suspicious of the military's actions, Madison decides to investigate. The next morning, she goes up to the rooftop with a flashlight and sees it herself. Someone is definitely out there. This confirms her fears. The military is hiding something from the public. Determined to uncover the truth, Madison sneaks out of the safe zone by cutting through a fence. The streets outside are silent and desolate, filled with corpses. She realizes that many of the dead weren't bitten by zombies. They were shot. The army has been killing innocent people. As she processes this horror, she hears army vehicles approaching and quickly hides under a truck until they pass. Madison hurries home and tells Daniel everything. She insists the military can't be trusted. They're hiding the truth from everyone. Later that evening, Daniel's wife is injured when a wooden board falls on her leg. Soldiers arrive and forcibly take her to the military hospital, refusing to let Daniel go with her. Meanwhile, Calvin's name appears on a list, meaning the soldiers plan to take him too. Des warns her brother to run, but the soldiers catch him and drag him away. Travis's ex-wife, Clara, who's a nurse, tries to reason with them, saying Calvin is only a drug addict, not infected. But the military doctor refuses to take any risks and orders that Calvin be examined as well. Clara volunteers to go with them to look after Daniel's wife and Calvin, and since she's a nurse, the soldiers allow it. Watching all this from afar, Madison becomes suspicious, believing Clara might have informed the army about Calvin. When she confronts Travis, he admits he's also worried that the military could harm his son after what they've seen outside the safe zone. Later that night, Travis goes to the rooftop and hears gunfire. The survivors outside the walls are being killed by the army. Now he knows for sure, the army cannot be trusted. Days pass. At the military hospital, Clara helps care for the sick but hasn't seen Daniel's wife or Calvin since they were taken. Desperate, Daniel captures a soldier and brings him to Madison. He plans to torture him for information about where his wife and Calvin are being held. Under pressure, the soldier reveals the truth. The army has been testing anyone suspected of infection. But now, the number of zombies has grown so large that even the army can't control them. He tells them that Calvin, Daniel's wife, and many others are being held in a large stadium outside the city. At 9 o'clock the next morning, the army plans to bomb the entire area, killing everyone inside, and then leaving the city behind. Realizing they have only a few hours, Madison, Travis, Daniel, and the others plan a rescue mission. As dawn approaches, thousands of zombies gather outside the stadium, overwhelming the soldiers. Taking advantage of the chaos, the group sneaks into the stadium's underground parking lot to find Calvin and Daniel's wife. Inside, Daniel discovers that Travis has secretly released the soldier he captured. Furious, Daniel argues that the soldier could have exposed them. Still, they press on, leaving Chris and Des behind while the others infiltrate the base. Meanwhile, inside his cell, Calvin has befriended a wealthy businessman named Victor. Victor promises to take Calvin and his entire family to safety if he helps him escape. Outside, the situation worsens. Zombies are breaking through the fences, and soldiers are fleeing in helicopters, abandoning the doctors to their fate. Clara and several others are trapped inside. Calvin manages to free Victor. Moments later, Madison and the others arrive, asking about Calvin. They learn he has already fled with Victor. Before leaving, Travis unlocks the remaining cells, freeing the other prisoners. Calvin and Victor, however, get trapped in a large hall. The exit door is sealed with a security lock, and zombies are closing in fast. Victor tries to fight them off but runs out of bullets. Calvin frantically works to open the door as Travis and the others arrive on the other side, but they can't unlock it without authorization. Just as all hope seems lost, Clara appears and uses her ID card to open the door, saving them. When Daniel asks about his wife, Clara lowers her head in grief. She reveals that Daniel's wife was infected and the army executed her. Heartbroken, they all escape together and head toward the underground parking lot where their cars are waiting. But suddenly, the soldier Daniel had tortured earlier returns for revenge. He fires his gun, hitting Daniel's daughter, Afia. Enraged, Travis attacks the soldier and kills him, realizing too late that releasing him was a terrible mistake. Fortunately, the bullet only grazed Afia's shoulder. She survives. With no time to lose, they all leave with Victor. As they drive through the city, they see nothing but devastation, buildings in ruins, fires burning everywhere, and the moans of the undead echoing through the distance. After a long and tense journey, they finally reach Victor's private apartment. From there, Victor leads them to his private boat. Their only hope now is to sail away into the open sea, far from the city, far from the zombies, and far from the nightmare that changed their world forever. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the story. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.